Welcome all. Today we are going to be discuss about the chemistry of carbonyl compound. So in this video what we are going to be see in chemistry of carbonyl compound, we are going to be see about the keto-enol tautomerism. So in chemistry of carbonyl compound, the nature of the carbonyl group is very important, as well as the substituent attached to the carbonyl group is very important. So first thing we are going to be see, which is the keto-enol tautomerism. We are also going to be see that the different mechanisms by which enolization are going to be takes place. That means the first will be the acid catalyzed enolization. We are also going to be see that the base catalyzed enolization in this video. In this we are going to be see the different terminologies like the enol, enolate, what is keto-enol tautomerism, what are the stable enol equivalent, that also we are going to be see. So now if you are going to be see that any of the carbonyl compound, we are going to be discuss now what about the acidity of alpha hydrogen atoms. Now this is the carbonyl compound, especially the ketone, which is the ethyl methyl ketone, in which this carbon atom is the alpha carbon atom and this CH2 group is also the alpha carbon atom. The carbon atom which is next to the carbonyl group is termed as the alpha carbon. So this CH3 and this CH2 is called as the alpha carbon atom, and the hydrogen atom attached to the alpha carbon atoms are called as the alpha hydrogen atoms. Why we are going to be discuss about the alpha hydrogen atoms? Because this carbonyl group, which is electron withdrawing group, is going to be withdraw the electron density of this carbon-carbon bond towards the carbonyl group, making this carbon-hydrogen bond weak. So as soon as the carbon-hydrogen bond is going to become weak, the hydrogen is going to become acidic and base can easily remove that proton. So due to the acidity of this alpha hydrogen atom, this carbonyl compound can be exhibit into the keto-enol tautomerism. So now enols and enolate ions. So we have one of the example of the ketone, and this ketone has been converted into enol form. So if you are going to be see formation of the enols, so the conversion of the carbonyl compound into its enol is an isomerization reaction called as enolization. So in a simple language, the conversion of the carbonyl compound into the enol is called as the enolization, and both keto and enol, they are having the same molecular formula but different structural formula, so they are the isomers of each others. So ketone and enols are the isomers of each other. For most simple aldehyde and ketone, the equilibrium concentration lies for on the side of the ketone. So in keto and enol, for simple aldehyde and ketone, this ketone equilibrium will be always favorable. So the reaction is catalyzed by both acid and bases. So enolization or the conversion of ketone into the enol can be easily carried out by using either acid catalyze or the base catalyze. So we are going to be see both the mechanism one by one. So what are the enols and enolates? The carbonyl group is strong electron withdrawing group. So as we have discussed earlier, carbonyl group, which is the strong electron withdrawing group, making the alpha carbon atom electron deficient. So the proton which is attached to the alpha carbon atom is going to become electron deficient and making that proton acidic. So when a carbonyl compound loses alpha proton, the anion that is produced called as the enolate anion. It is stabilized by delocalization. The term is enol is used because we are going to be see that in all. So En stand for what? In case of the enol, En stand for what? In Ene. That means olefin, and OL stand for the OH or the alcohol. So that's why it is termed as the enol. So this is one of the example. Base catalyze, you can say that base is going to be abstract the alpha hydrogen atom, making this as a carbanion, This carbanion is in conjugation with the carbonyl group, making the negative charge on the oxygen, and there will be the double bond between the carbon-carbon. So this is what resonance structure of the delocalized enolate ion. So this is also the resonance hybrid for this resonating structure. So ketoenol tautomers, if you are going to be see that this is the ketone form. When proton will be added here, or proton can be added on this carbonyl or this carbon, so we are going to get formation of this enol. So that means double bond is here, OH will be there, and this is the keto form. So we are going to be see this ketone will be converted into the enolate, and then it will be converted into the enol. So the keto and enol forms of the carbonyl compounds are constitutional isomers. That means there is only the change in the position of the groups. That means carbon oxygen double bond will be converted into the carbon carbon double bond, and this carbon hydrogen bond will be break and will form the new OH bond. So they are the constitutional isomers. They are easily interconverted by proton transfer in presence of acid and base. So as we have discussed that enolization can be carried out by using either acid catalyze or base catalyze. So interconvertible keto and enol forms are called as the tautomers, and the interconversion is called the tautomerism. So this phenomenon will be called as the tautomerization, and these two isomers are also called as the tautomers of each other. So this is the ketoenol tautomers in compound whose molecule have two carbonyl group. Now take another example. This compound will be having the two carbonyl group. We have seen previous example in which there is one carbonyl group, so there is a formation of enol. But the compounds like acetylacetone, diethyl malonate, ethyl acetoacetate, in this compound there is a presence of two carbonyl groups, so enol content in such a compound is always higher. Now the greater stability of the enol form a beta dicarbonyl compound is due to the hydrogen bonding. So as we have mentioned, the amount of enol present at equilibrium is far higher. Why it is? Because in 1,3-dicarbonyl compound or dicarbonyl compound, during the enolization there is a formation of the 6-member compound, and in which there is a hydrogen bond between the OH, and this hydrogen bond makes enols more stable than the keto form. So this is the 1,3-dicarbonyl compound in which we are going to be easily see that enol is of the 76% and keto form is only 24%. The reason behind this or this OH, the hydrogen which is attached to the oxygen, can easily form the 6-member complex with hydrogen bonding, and that hydrogen bonding makes enol more favorable for such type of the compound. So ketoenol tautomerism. So this is, suppose the compound is the ketone, and when we are going to utilize any base is going to be pick up the alpha hydrogen atom, making it as a carbanion. After the carbanion, this carbanion which is in the conjugation with the carbonyl group, making this as a resonating structure like this. So this is going to become what? Enolate ion. And this enolate ion on abstraction of the proton will give the formation of the enol. So there is a formation of the OH alcohol, all. There is a formation of carbon-carbon double bond. So that is en. So overall compound will be called as enol. So this is the fundamental process, or we are also going to it is the enolization process. Now the alpha hydrogens and enolate ions. So this is also we have already discussed in previous example. The alpha hydrogen atom which is acidic in nature, base can easily pick up this proton. After the base is going to be pick up the proton, it will form the carbanion, and this carbanion which is going to be having the resonance structure with the carbonyl group will form the enolate ion. So strong base can easily remove hydrogen on the carbon next to a carbonyl group, that is the alpha hydrogen atom, making that stabilize conjugate base. So the bases like NaOH, KOH, sodium methoxide, sodium hydroxide, LDA, that is lithium diisopropylamide, these are the bases can be utilized for the formation of enolate ions. So there are the two mechanisms for the enolization. One is acid catalyzed enolization and another one is a base catalyzed enolization. So first we are going to be see that acid catalyzed enolization. So acid catalyzed enolization, in which the proton from the acid will protonate the carbonyl oxygen. As soon as the carbonyl oxygen will get protonated, it will make this carbonyl carbon more electron deficient and making this hydrogen carbon hydrogen bond weak, because it will attract the electron density toward the carbonyl carbon and oxygen, making this carbon hydrogen bond weak. So as soon as this carbon hydrogen bond is going to become weak, this proton is going to become acidic in nature. So this is going to be pick up the proton and it will form the formation of enol. So this is the example of the aldehyde. Same scenario can be followed in case of the ketone also. So this acid catalyzed enolization are of the two-step mechanism. We can say that first step is the protonation of oxygen and second step is the loss of proton from the carbon. So mechanism for acid catalyzed enolization, as we have discussed in the previous slide. So this is the same. First step will be the protonation of the carbonyl oxygen and second step will be the abstraction of the alpha hydrogen atom. So this will give the formation of enol. So in base catalyzed enolization, in a first step, the alpha hydrogen atom, which is acidic in nature, base will easily abstract the alpha hydrogen atom and it will form the enolate ion, and that enolate ion is going to be abstract the proton from the conjugate acid of this base, will give the formation of the enol. So in base catalyzed enolization, there are also two steps. First step will be the loss of proton from the carbon alpha hydrogen atom and second step will be the protonation of an oxygen. So this is also the same mechanism. Base catalyzed enolization, first step will be the abstraction of the alpha hydrogen atom and second step will be the protonation of the enolate ion. Now thermodynamic and kinetic enolate. So thermodynamic enolates predominate under the conditions of the thermodynamic control. A deprotonation protonation equilibrium allows the interconversion among the possible enolates. Thermodynamic enolates are more highly substituted enolates and more stable one. So if in case of the ketone, which is unsymmetrical ketone, in unsymmetrical ketone, there might be the presence of the more than 2 alpha hydrogen atoms or the 2 alpha carbon atoms. In that case, base is going to be pick up the proton from the alpha carbon atom, in which there is the formation of the more substituted enolate and more stable enol. So this is the kinetic enolate. So kinetic enolate is the enolate which is going to be formed very fast. Kinetic means rate. The enolate which is are going to be formed the first or the fast will be the kinetic enolate. It is usually formed by the abstraction of the least sterically hindered alpha hydrogen atom. So as I have discussed for the thermodynamic enolate, in case of the kinetic enolates, base is going to be abstract the hydrogen from the alpha carbon atom. The alpha carbon atom which is less sterically hindered, or the hydrogen atom which is less sterically hindered. So kinetic enolate forms with sterically hindered base in a aprotic solvent only, such as LDA, lithium diisopropylamide, in THF or DME is going to be utilized. Now stabilize aldehyde and ketone. So in one of the slide we have discussed, in case of the stabilized aldehyde and ketone, so this is the dicarbonyl compound. So this alpha hydrogen atom for this carbonyl, as well as this is the alpha hydrogen atom for this carbonyl also. So this hydrogen is called as the active methylene group, which has been substituted on both the side by the carbonyl group, making this proton more acidic. So this alpha hydrogen atom is more acidic than this carbon as well as this carbon hydrogen. So making the enolization at only on that carbon. So it is a beta diketone. So it is a keto-enol tautomerism. So this is the keto form. Alpha hydrogen atom is going to be enol into the enolization, will give the formation of enol. So aldehyde and ketones are the compounds. They are the tautomers of each other, and the phenomena will be called the tautomerism. Now stability of the ketoenol. So as we have discussed in one of the slide, if there is a 1,3-dicarbonyl compound, the enol which is going to be formed can easily stabilize by the hydrogen bonding, making the 6-member cyclic complex, and making this hydrogen bond is responsible for the stability of the enol, and this will be responsible for the more content of the enol into the equilibrium. So this is also the same thing we have discussed. So in this aldehyde or the ketone, the amount of enol form is negligible. If there is a simple aldehyde and ketone, amount of enol form will be very less. But in case of the stabilized enol or the 1,3-dicarbonyl compound, amount of the enol form will be always more, and it is due to the formation of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Ketoenol tautomerism, EAA. EAA matlab ethyl acetoacetate. So we are going to see the structure for this one. So ethyl acetoacetate exists as the tautomeric mixture of the keto and enol form. So this is the ethyl acetoacetate compound, which is in short form called as the EAA. In this case, this is the CH2 group. So this carbon atom is most active methylene group, making this hydrogen is more acidic than this, and this hydrogen is going to be enol into the enolization, but due to this ester group, this carbonyl atom does not enol too much into the electron withdrawing nature, making this slightly less active methylene group. So that's why ketone content will be more for the ketoenol tautomerism in ethyl acetoacetate. Now take the simple example like acetaldehyde. This is the vinyl alcohol, which is the enol form of this compound. Now simple aldehyde, ketone equilibrium will be more. If you are going to be take ethyl acetate, in case of the ethyl acetate, which is less favorable due to that ester molecule. And if you are going to see the third example, 1,3-dicarbonyl compound, due to this hydrogen bonding, the enol content will be more due to the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So mechanism of enolate. So there are two mechanisms, acid catalyze as well as the base catalyze. So this is the base catalyze enolization. We are going to be see that. First step will be the abstraction of the alpha hydrogen atom, making the enolate ion, and that enolate ion is going to be abstract the proton and will give the formation of the enol. So during base catalyzed enolization, first step will be the abstraction of the proton, and second step will be the protonation. So in acid catalyzed enolization, first step will be the protonation of the carbonyl oxygen from the acid, will give the formation of this protonated ketone or the enol, and second step will be the loss of the proton, will give the formation of the enol. So in this video we have seen as well as discuss about what are the ketone as well as the enol, what is ketoenol tautomerism, how the enols are going to be formed, what is stabilized enol, what is the difference between the enols of the simple ketone, ester as well as the 1,3-dicarbonyl compound as well as the dicarbonyl compound we have discussed. If you like the content of this video, you can share the video as well as you can subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.